There you have it, bub. That's the barn. That's brake.
And I broke another tape. With your barn set to height and parallel, we will now begin to square it. To get your building all squared up, you'll pull diagonals from both corners and make a match. Simple as that. Just remember, 1/4 inch and 80 foot is not good. Now that the barn's dialed, go ahead and leave those tapes plugged in so you can cross-reference squares several more times throughout your process of the build.
Now that you have your perimeter in, square, level, you're gonna want to string your whole perimeter. Now we don't have string, we got fence. They do got some fence wire. And just so you and I are clear, they get all pissy when you cut it. So I got 100 foot over there. I guess they don't use that no more, my bad. After you have your strings, that can double check to make sure that all your holes are in line and ready to go. What I like to do is set the inside concrete form. And I'm gonna set the height to the floor first. Now, because your corners are set, when you take off running down your wall, but I'll cut back when I'm done. Okay, that's the end of day 3.
I believe it was hole number 7 where I put the dually out to pasture and began to run the John Deere. I didn't even know that backhoe was down. Seems I didn't need 4-wheel drive because the tractor was stuck. It was because I guess I just graded off some. You know, I didn't even notice this till I got off the machine, and
That's day 4.
Death Machine affiliated products proudly introduce the Junk Drawer Starter Kit. Sherry Bondowich got one and says, "My house feels like a home." Do you have a drawer in your home that's neat and tidy with miscellaneous items? For only $99.97,
That's so much more.
create clutter in your life with this 35-piece edition. Get your Death Machine today for $598.40. To prepare for the holes in between your corners, you'll want to pour square one more time. Trust me, it only takes a minute. With your string or fence wire as a reference on the outside of the post, you can now begin to set your inside concrete form and get ready for your posts. Not only will this help you keep your posts straight, you'll also be able to nail in your posts exactly where they need to be. After that, I like to land some stakes. How about we get a little montage for the ladies? And at this point, shit starts to get real. With over 2,000 pounds in poles that need to stand up in between your corners, words ain't gonna do it. You'll need to prepare by setting level and grade on every hole. After you confirm your calculations, it's time to begin. That stake you just put in for that concrete form, go ahead and set that height. I personally like to nail them a little higher. This way I can adjust it with that bammer. Now the next step in your barn completion is crucial, and you'll want to pay attention.
6 months ago, I signed a contract with a content creator for $1.7 million. There's 2 things he explained to me. Live like you're gonna live, and go completely broke for 6 months. He didn't know that I'd been broke for 2 years prior to that. That was not a hard task. But I have taken all of that money, and every single dime of that, and invested in this company. Truly magical.
Is your bathroom old and tired and now you're considering a major renovation? Before you spend thousands turning that bathroom into something you've seen on TV, Death Machine affiliated products is now proud to introduce Toilet Tune. Enjoy your next movement with Toilet Tune. Not only does Toilet Tunes Bluetooth your favorite, it also sanitizes your toilet. Enjoy your new party.
I don't know why I thought somebody was gonna bring me those cookies. Trust plant's closed tomorrow, so I gotta get them today.
With Pop low on fuel and no time to spare, they tossed me the keys and I'm on my way. Now this is some of that bullshit about being a builder they don't tell you about. I drove 1,000 miles to get here to help build the barn build and barn build video stops. Now I'm driving 3 hours round trip to get cookies to build the barn. Today is Friday, rain for Tuesday. If we don't get these in by Monday, we won't be able to get trucks in for another week, which means the build will be out of gas by Thursday and 10 days behind.
Gates closed at 4 o'clock. Another 100 miles back to base. Summer 2025, I was up in Livonia, Michigan. Catching me some queso cookies from Menards. 9 minutes to spare, bud. Maybe 11. That shit really happened.
And that's day 4. Thanks for watching.